What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So here we can see, guys, another video of I showed this in my previous video, but this is another video of them talking about crypto on the World Economic Forum with Garlinghouse, guys. Very interesting. He's one of the few that gets invited there to talk about this new technology. Now, why do you think that is, guys? This is because they are planning to use it, right? It's very obvious by now. We have to understand that Ripple and XRP are one of the few in the crypto industry that are going to be used, whether people like it or not. This already clarifies that. This makes it very possible that this lawsuit is going to end very soon and that Ripple is going to fly off, guys, and it's not going to stop. Let's take a look.
Themselves with certain regulatory jurisdictions. And, Brad, I'm going to ask you this first, and I'm going to ask for His Excellency's opinion. Is there, in fact, a self-policing mechanism for the crypto industry when so many of these folks seem to have more than 9 lives, certainly, and the ability to try to fundraise again while in active litigation with various governments?
I guess my comment and reaction there is only what I've read. I saw this week that the Three Arrows Capital guys are raising a distressed crypto debt fund. That made me scratch my head a little bit. Look, again, I think about this as analogous to, okay, when a hedge fund blows up, Bernie Madoff, we should look at, okay, what went wrong there? Why didn't we see that coming? I think what happened with FTX is a very similar and very analogous to what happened with Madoff.
Well, Sam Bankman-Fried has denied all allegations against him.
Sorry, yes, allegedly. I know nothing proprietary of consequence here. I think it's important that we are regulated, for sure. The point that I was making is I think the activity is what typically has been regulated. Regulating technologies is a little bit more complicated. Understanding how a technology is being used to touch a business, to touch a consumer, to touch fill in blank, we should absolutely have laws around that, and we should protect consumers. I'm actually intrigued by your thought around kind of the self-policing mechanisms. And as you said it, I was thinking about how could we do a better job of that? And frankly, one of the things that came to my mind is I think several people in the hedge fund industry had reported Madoff time and time again to the SEC, and for whatever reason they didn't investigate. I do think we do work with law enforcement at Ripple, and we do file suspicious activity reports. And again, we're only working with regulated endpoints, so we're somewhat unique. And I will say I agree with you that the origins of crypto were absolutely anti-government, anti-bank. Yep. The origins of these technologies and how these technologies can be used can be very different. And as time goes by, I think we spend less time talking about Mt. Gox and Silk Road and more time talking about these are real enterprise scaled use cases where it's not an experiment. You're talking about billions and billions of dollars going through Ripple's technology platform.
Wow, guys, he's literally saying, okay, fine, we started with Bitcoin, which is anti-government, but as time goes by, we are gonna forget that. That's what he's saying. We're gonna forget all the scams, and we're gonna actually be using Ripple and XRP as a normal daily basis thing. And that is what's going to happen. People are not even gonna notice this, guys. They're gonna look back and really see that XRP is going to become very scarce. And especially what he's saying, we're not talking about experiments here anymore, guys. XRP is ready and being used. ODL is being used for transacting billions of dollars. We're not playing around here anymore. That's what he's saying, guys. Ripple CEO Garlinghouse said the firm's XRP lawsuit could come to an end within single-digit months. Now, we have made a lot of speculations about dates, guys. I would say the maximum date that we have now is 18 March or 22 March, 23 March. These are very important dates. Why? Because this is when the ISO 20022 upgrade system is finished, and this is when all the banks start using it fully upgraded, right? And like this is in many papers as well, you can see that this is like a very important month for ISO 20022. So I would guess that within the couple of months that we have, that we're gonna see a verdict, guys. When those come to light, I think that we will see more kind of like how it is possible the SEC decided to bring a case against Ripple, given what they were saying within their walls, the Ripple boss said. Guys, Brett Garlinghouse has seen those emails. He knows more things than we know. And it's obvious, right? I would not be surprised if they already settled within, like, they already settled behind bars, but no one knows. Because you have to understand, guys, Ripple is not some crypto company working on its own. They are working together with banks and governments, guys. They're not gonna let Ripple, a fintech company, do its own thing, because that's just how it goes. The elite people, they are always in front of you, especially when you are this big. You have to answer to them. And those are the banks, and those are the elite people, the governments. So Ripple is already working with them. And Brett is actually saying that in many videos. You can see him talking about, we are actually working with law enforcement. We are trying to get regulated. And he wants that. Many studies about Amazon and the flywheel concept virtuous cycle can be found. Ripple introduced their flywheel concept and progress back in 2019 and 2020. If half of the RippleNet clients are using ODL, I'd say that wheel is spinning pretty fast. Now, you have to understand, guys, building a company which is solving $1 trillion problem is not something you do overnight. That is why this has been taking a decade. But if we see at all those customers that were with Ripple, almost half are using ODL right now. This is a very, very fast growing mechanism, guys. And here you can see the flywheel for blockchain and payments. Here you can see value and feasibility. That's number one, proving value, proving visibility, scalability, moving to production, building trust and demand. And then we have the flywheel effect, expediting move to go live, boosting with digital asset. Now that's the last step, as you can see here, 5, right? Look where they are today. Look where they are today, guys. They're at 6 almost, boosting with digital assets. So it's going really fast. This is 2020. So 2023, there's kind of a nice series of building a positive virtuous cycle. So he's giving us a hint to this as well. And you can clearly see, guys, that this is becoming very, very important for the financial system very fast. Fam, Jamie Dimon is a major player, knows tons about the financial system, what will be used going into the future. Bitcoin is a Ponzi, cash is trash, and crypto is a pet rock, but blockchain and ledger tech, that's something we use already. Don't let him fool you, he wants you out. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud, says JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon. Crypto is a decentralized Ponzi scheme. It's a pet rock. Let's take a look.
What we're talking about, we pretty much always have some crypto conversation with you. I'm just curious because I don't think we've talked to you since.
I think all that's been a waste of time, and why you guys waste any breath on it is totally beyond me.
Because you just think the whole thing just is
going to zero.
Going to zero and it's fake.
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock.
You're back to that,
yeah,
really?
Of course, yeah.
So what do you make then of BlackRock and other firms that are investing in infrastructure?
No, that's different. Blockchain is a technology ledger system that we use to move information. We've used it to do overnight repo, intraday repo. We've used it to move money.
Right.
So that is a ledger. That's a technology ledger type of thing that it.
Technology ledger to move money. What is he talking about, guys? This is JP Morgan, right?
We think will be deployable. Remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too, and very little's been done.
There's some tokens that I agree with you on, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger. Yeah, it has all the characteristics of a store of value. It's immutable. It's scarce.
Totally untrue. It's
21 million.
Well, yeah, really. How do you know it's going to stop at 21 million?
Because
I've mentioned this to people
Satoshi,
too. Everyone says that. Well, maybe it's going to get to 21 million, and Satoshi's picture is going to come up and laugh at you all and say, "No, no."
But there isn't a picture.
And by then, Satoshi will take it out billions of dollars.
What was your reaction to the failure of FTX and all of that? You've seen lots of failures over the years of different things that have happened on Wall Street and the world of finance.
I'm not surprised at all.
And
I called it a decentralized Ponzi scheme. The hype around this thing has been extraordinary.
The underlying asset.
But you have a lot of clients who are involved.
You guys you've all seen the analysis on Tether and the analysis on all these things and the lack of disclosures, and it's outrageous. The regulators should have stopped this a long time ago. People have lost billions of dollars. Some are, if you look at it as lower income people.
Look how he's talking about Tether, guys. And I warned you about Tether as well many times, that it's very, very untrustworthy, that you cannot leave your money in Tether and it's going to explode one day. I'm telling you guys, what did he say? He said we are using it to move money. It's a ledger system. He's talking about XRP, Ripple. So why do you think Ripple is at the WEF? Why not other crypto companies or CEOs? Understand what is going on here, guys. This guy is not wrong, by the way, about Bitcoin as well. He is not wrong. Bitcoin can go to zero, guys. Seriously. And this is not to hate on Bitcoin or anything else. It is possible, right? XRP is providing solutions. It's solving problems. That's what you should look at. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.